Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Two Gamer Dad podcast, episode
28.
28. Yeah, as usual, I'm Ian, and with me is the awesome, the fantastic Marvin.
Hello, we're back.
Um, yeah, I'm sorry for the very long hiatus. I was asking Marv just now, how long it's been, and it's been. He said the previous episode was end of March,
End of March, yeah.
so it's
20
basically
something.
been 2 months. I think we talked with Chris.
Yep.
I think Chris was the last guest. And we kind of talked about the Steam Deck and stuff like that. But yeah, we're back. Sorry for the long hiatus. And with us, it's probably basically like he's not a gamer dad. I guess unless you count him a dad of.
It's a day of
cat.
four kittens, 4 cats.
You have
babies.
It's a
four
fur
cat.
Yeah, it's a fur daddy.
Five.
Okay, please
Oh,
introduce
5.
your
Oh,
cat.
yeah.
And- oh, sorry. Yeah, we have 10. Please introduce your cats. You have 5 cats. Okay, introduce
I have
yourself
5
and your cat.
Introduce. Oh, okay. So yeah, I am the father to 5 lovely cats. They are all rescues. Yeah, I think the most recent one was rescued last year from one of the rental building that's just beside my unit lah.
Mm.
Yeah, so very poor thing lah. All these kitties. I mean, they were abandoned. Then when they were kittens, they're just so young, out in the wild, cannot fend for themselves. So me and my wife took them in.
That's why no kids.
Adopt, don't
Because
shop, right?
All got
Adopt,
too much
don't
cats
shop,
here.
correct.
Yeah.
What are your
Correct.
cats' names? Give me them.
My cats'
ABC.
names are okay. My
Forgot.
first 2 cats, we call them the OG bros lah. They
OG.
are they are Mantou and Chaco. So
Okay.
both of them are like fatties now because they've been with us for the longest time. Then after that, we got 2 white ones. The white ones, they are called Mochi and Boba.
MOBA?
Boba.
Boba.
tea.
Oh, I
Like
thought MOBA like
boba tea.
Dota. MOBA.
No lah.
Alright.
Yeah, so
Boba,
Mochi
okay,
and Boba.
like-
We named them after food lah.
Yeah.
Around.
Right.
Nice.
And then the last one, right? The latest one, we call her. What did we call her?
Food, Char-kway-teow. Stingray.
No lah, not chocolate. Wait, I forgot what's the name already.
You
Has to
forget
be-
your own pet's name.
Pineapple tart. Bakwang.
No, because even though we give them names, right? We always call them like pet names, like nicknames or these. We'll change their names until we like sort of forget what's their original names.
Wait, what? So,
Oh,
so,
okay.
so
So this guy's name is called Milky. Yeah,
Milky. Okay.
yeah, Milky.
Nice.
Wow. I can't imagine having 5 cats, but I can't imagine having 1 cat, let alone 5 cats. But anyway, thanks Etienne for joining. Is that Milky?
No, this is Mochi.
Mochi.
Yeah.
Wow, photo shoots, yo. We have photo shoot for kids, but he has photo shoot for his cats. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So it's been almost 2 months since your last podcast. How have you guys been doing?
Good. I mean, a lot of things have happened in
you guys
the
wanna
2 months.
do
Yeah.
states?
A lot of things that happen. What kind of things that happen?
I mean, gaming-wise, a lot of things have happened for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into the gaming wise. How about
Non-gaming wise, I mean, we started getting a bit fitter, I think.
yeah. Okay, we'll also get into that part later. That
Yeah.
part is like a whole section by its own. We'll basically talk about their fitness journeys.
So
But
far.
other than that, yeah, everybody okay? Did anybody fall sick or anything? Or
No,
wow,
not
yeah.
for me lah.
I'm fine.
I heard Sharon Mary got sick, right?
I thought I would get sick because Meredith fell sick. Like she had some flu and cough. Like her voice is a bit husky if you heard it just now. Yeah. Then I think she passed it to my wife lah. So she passed it to Sherilyn. Then I thought I would get it. So I had a bit of a flu, but it seems to have gone away. Leh. So Sherilyn took the brunt of it. Yeah.
It's like there's a portion to give, and then they're like, okay, 80% give to Sherilyn.
Yeah. I think she was like the barrier. She saved me.
She tanked for you. She tanked for you.
She tanked most of the
Yeah.
bacteria.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, during at the start of the month, in Japan, I think in Singapore as well, there's like a flu bug going on. I think Sherilyn told me that there's like 5 flu bugs going on. The doctor said or something like that. 5 full bucks. So basically, if you have a kid in nursery, it's like you definitely 中 lah.
Yep.
It's like the inverse gacha machine, the inverse claw machine. You do not want to catch it, but probably definitely catch. Rebecca also fell sick, and then I don't know why, but like somehow when your kids fall sick, right, the virus becomes like ultra virulent in them, and it seems like it transmits much more powerfully to the parents.
Yep.
Yeah. So we.
Oh yeah,
we all
Meredith
kinda-
had hand, foot, and mouth also last month. Or start of month, I can't remember. But we don't really know how she got it because no one in school got it. She was patient 0.
Patient 0.
Yeah.
It's like Resident Evil.
But it wasn't a bad one. So we brought her to see doctor, and then the doctor said there are many strains lah. So she got the mouth strain where she didn't get the ulcers in the mouth,
Yeah.
but she had the spots on her hands and her legs. Yeah,
Right.
and
It's
itchy.
already-
Yeah. So luckily she didn't get the ulcers in the mouth.
If not pain, cannot
Yeah.
sleep, cannot eat.
So she
Very
was out
difficult.
from school for a week. And
Mm.
then after that, she had to go get like another checkup to be cleared before she could go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
luckily lah.
Yeah. I tell you, when kids are sick, it's like the worst thing ever. Firstly, they cannot go school, so you have to occupy them and do something. And then when they're sick, also their mood is just
Yep.
like they change into
crap.
like totally different people. They
Yeah.
change into like usually Rebecca is like this awesome, very cute, very happy girl. But when they become sick, right, suddenly everything is
Yeah.
annoying.
Everything is cranky. Everything annoys her.
Yeah.
You look at
It's
her
just
also,
like
it's like,
the
don't look at me.
I'm hideous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like my neighbors, and then my neighbor is quite poor thing also because my neighbors have 2 kids. Then like when they're sick, they have to go to work as well. The 2 of them and they don't have their parents because their parents stay like quite far from. Like
But the Japanese,
Japan,
the
they live
Japanese.
like quite far away, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they're like one has to like basically they have to take leave intermittently to try to take care of their kids. Yeah.
They're locals
So-
lah.
Yeah, they're locals.
How is the leave? Like how does it work? The leave system in Japan, is it very different
It's the same in Singapore.
from
It's the same in Singapore. They have like annual leave, but
Okay.
the thing about leave in Japan is that they give it to you, but whether you can actually take it or not, like they tell you, toreru, like which is you can take it, but like the culture of like taking it is like everybody kind of like
Judge you.
looks at judge you
Yeah.
if you take it. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like
so
basically
sad.
reach the point where you can't really take it. But in Singapore, right, it's your entitlement, right?
Yeah.
So like people don't look at you funny if like, hey, why you take annual leave? I mean, maybe in certain companies they will say
certain
like,
industries, certain
yeah, like,
companies will be like,
this is a busy time, you shouldn't take leave.
Yeah.
Right. They might say that, right? But most people understand if it's like for a legit reason. Right. For example, if your kids fall sick and you don't have anywhere to take care of them, then like just tell them, hey man, I can't help it. Like this is I can't do anything else about it.
Yeah.
But in Japan, yeah, it's not like that. And even here the annual leave, apparently I asked my teacher today, the teacher says they get 10 days.
oh, that's
Singapore is like 21, right? 14 to 21.
14 is quite standard lah, right? 14 is quite
Yeah.
standard for white collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
10 days.
Anyway, so
Yeah, man. 10 days is
not
pathetic, yeah.
it's quite bad. Yeah. So anyway, but okay. So the last time, so my parents came to Japan to visit me actually. So the last time they came was 6 months ago. I think they came like November last year. So like it was cold. But then when they came last time, Rebecca was sick. So it's not a fun time because Rebecca wasn't like fun to be around. I mean, we didn't find her fun to be around, let alone with her grandparents. So, but this time they came, and I think because Rebecca is older now, so Rebecca is almost what 2.5, almost going to be
almost 3.
3 years,
Yeah,
almost
in half
3
a year, right?
2 years
Two
old
and a half,
already. Yeah. So like I think she remembers them like because she sees them on like her phone and when we call, right?
Yep.
So she remembers them a bit more clearly. So she really enjoyed her time with them, even though it's only like on the weekend because we have work and class, but it was really good. And then of course my parents bought like a crap ton of
toys.
basically they went to like the shop, right? Then because Rebecca likes Anpaman, the character,
Uh-huh.
so they basically went to the shop and they just bought all the clothes that have Anpaman characters. When I say as long as it fits her, as long as it's the size and it's like not too boyish, they'll buy it. When they gave it to me, I was like, what am I going to do with like 14 pairs of t-shirts, like new t-shirts of Anpaman? But I mean, thank you, mom and dad. I appreciate it, but like,
No, when we
Like-
come in August, you can just pass us those that you don't want.
Yeah, I'm like, she only has one body, guys. Like, even if I change shirt every day, right? It's like 2 weeks to can't even wear finish. Yeah. So anyway, it was really good, like they really enjoyed their time, and Becca was like very happy to hang out with them. When they left, actually, my mom cried, and Rebecca was just staring at my mom. Why are you crying?
Oh,
Because they always like enjoy the time together,
your
right?
mom's
And
in
then
the
all of a
chat.
sudden,
She says
yeah,
you're
I know.
welcome.
Yeah, you're
So cute,
welcome. Is that like sarcastic?
She
You're
said
welcome.
she said she'll buy more next time.
No, please don't. So much already.
I can totally understand the grandparents, grand
Yeah,
aunties situation
yeah.
because Meredith is kind of like I won't say she's not the only grandchild, but
Mm,
she's the only grandchild that sees my aunties a lot. So
yeah.
I have two aunties that live nearby.
Yep.
So there's one auntie that lives literally like just above my parents' house. Like my
Mm.
parents stay on 9th floor, they stay on 11th floor. And then there's one that stays like very near me. Like literally I can walk to her place. So
Yep.
Meredith sees them a lot. There are other grandchildren also, but one is kind of like estranged, and then the other one is like closer to the maternal side lah. There's the other side lah. So my aunties just like pamper her. I don't know if I told you all this, but recently they brought her out to I don't know where, like Kitty Palace or something like that. Then so they bought her like each of them bought her a bunch of toys.
Well,
Then
bunch, not just one bunch.
yeah, not one item, like a couple items each. Then
Yeah.
my mom, so I wasn't there. I was out with Sherilyn, and then my mom sent us a picture of her posing like with all the stuff that my aunties bought for her. And did I tell this story before? Because Shirley and I said the exact same phrase. Did I tell you this before? No?
I don't know. You say first, but
Yeah, so Shirley and I said the exact same phrase at the same time. And we said, I said, only child. Like, no, sorry, Shirley said, only child. And I went, only child. We said at the same time, Totally different reactions.
Yeah. As in same phrase, but
same phrase, but different
meaning behind
intonations. Yeah. I was like, yes, only child.
Score.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's multiplied by the fact that my parents don't see Becca.
Yeah.
So like when they do see her, right, it's like they want to like it's like delayed gratification, It's like you hold back the floodgates.
Yeah, unleash it.
So we kind of have to. I mean, it's good that they want to give her gifts, but also you as a parent, you also want to control the gifts, right? Because once you give the gift, you can't take it back already. Like they know it exists, right? You give them like the toy, then you decide that you can't play with it anymore. It's like yeah. But anyway, So it was a good time. Today we'll talk about in today's podcast we'll kind of talk about some new things that Marv and Zidane have been doing regarding their fitness journeys and trying to be healthy. I'll ask them a little bit because I also want to know a bit more about their motivations. I want to hear it from their perspective because I'm their trainers, so I get it from one perspective, but to hear from their perspective is also interesting. And then we also have a ton of like gaming news that has happened the past 2 months. So we'll talk about that later. But before that, let's do our deck recommendations as per usual. So I don't think Zidane has prepared anything, but as usual, this is like kind of like our recommendations as dads and as gamers. So Marv, do you want to go first? I know you don't have a audio clip, but
I don't have audio clip. I'll share a YouTube channel with you guys. Yeah, don't want to get copyright strike by anything, right? So I probably can't play any.
You?
Yeah,
and then you also tell.
Yeah,
you also tell the audio listeners.
Send it to you guys. And
okay, I know.
Have
this guy.
you seen this guy before?
Yes,
I put it in the chat also. So I recently stumbled across this guy. His name is, or rather, his YouTube channel is Beard Meets Food. But
Food
meats is MEATS. Yeah.
It's a pun.
Yeah. So he's a British competitive eater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes around the world, or rather recently he's gone like US and UK. He will do food challenges. I'm sure most people have heard like if you go to like maybe a burger joint, then they'll say if you can finish this huge burger in 30 minutes, then you get it for free, that kind of thing. So he goes to different places and then he challenges them. And it's pretty cool because he doesn't just post his wins, he also posts when he fails. Yeah. But what's amazing is he's not a big guy. Like he's not he's quite lean. I would say he's like Zitian, that kind
No,
of
he's
lean.
have you seen his body? He's not
Yeah.
lean. He's
I mean,
ripped.
he's fit. Yeah, he's fit. He's not like a big size guy that you would expect
Yeah.
can eat a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's fit. Yeah. And it's just amazing to see how he can just shove like, I don't know, 10,000 calories worth of food.
Yeah, I
down
don't know
his-
how.
Like into his face in like what 30 minutes, that kind of thing. So I have been watching him when I play games. So because he's quite a good channel to just put it on your second monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. Sometimes like because I've stumbled across his channel like maybe a week ago. A week
Yeah.
or 2 weeks ago. And in some of the videos that I watch, I'm like, I think I could do that. but then,
No.
but then-
No way.
Oh, is that why you ask about the one chip challenge?
no, the one chip challenge was because of another channel that I was watching. You know Angry Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Angry Joe, the two other, the non-Angry Joe guys, other Joe and
Yeah.
Alex,
The big guy.
they did a one chip challenge. Have you heard of one chip challenge, Ian?
Yeah, it's the super spicy chip.
Yeah,
Right?
they did it for charity lah. Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like messaging you, I was like, hey, you want to try the one chip challenge?
How much is the chip, man? Have you seen? Have you
It's
tried?
like 30, 40 bucks, I think, for one. Yeah.
It's freaking insane.
It's a challenge to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can buy in Singapore. You can buy in Singapore. It's quite easily accessible.
No,
That's
but,
it.
but it's $40 for a chip, and it's not even like
Yeah.
a chip that you enjoy.
Yeah, I just wanted to see whether I'll survive or not, but I don't know, man. Maybe if we ever do it, we'll post a video on it lah.
Yeah, you guys can do it. I am not good.
But
at
anyway, back to this guy. So yeah, I know he's not the only like channel that does it. There are quite a lot of channels that do this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like eat a lot of food, but I think he's quite entertaining also lah. He has a very self-deprecating type of humor.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
British.
Yeah,
very
that
British.
I find quite enjoyable. So if you got time, just go and watch.
He has a lot of videos, by the way. He takes a lot of challenges.
He used to put up 2 videos a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he cut it down to 1. And then because of COVID also he had to stop lah, right? For a short while. Yeah.
So this like world of competitive eating, I don't know to whether you're like, I'm sure we've seen before, like you heard of like this like Matt Stone, like hot dog eating
Yep.
champions. They eat like
Yep.
40 hot dogs at one go.
Singapore also have
There's-
Zermatt Neo, right?
We do? We have
Zermatt.
a
Yeah.
Yeah, Zermatt
The
Neo.
money, yeah.
but like I mean, obviously there's like there's strategy. There is like a way that they have to
Yes.
train for it. So that they actively like expand their stomachs. Like they do like practical things to expand their stomach so that they can take in the. And then the way they eat, the way they like approach the food is also not the way normal people eat the food, right?
Yep.
Like when we look at the food, we'll eat it like like I saw him eating the what challenge the other day, or like it's like a katsu, it's like a beef with rice. It's like a rice bowl. It's a beef bowl lah. So normally people eat the rice together with the beef, right? Because it's enjoyable that way. But he just eats all the beef first.
Correct. They eat all the meat first. They start his last.
Because to him the hard part is the beef because the beef is chewy. It requires like strength to chew. But the rice you can kind of just like shovel into your mouth.
Yep.
So for him, the first part of the challenge is the hardest part. You just have to like, while you're still fresh, you just consume everything, right? The hard part first, and then they'll dip into water.
Yeah,
So
or
for
they
them,
pour a lot of sauce, that kind of stuff.
yeah, for them it's not really about the taste. It's really just about. Although this guy is not too bad. This guy, he genuinely, you can kind of tell like he genuinely wants to enjoy the challenge also, right? Rather than just like consume. But it's kind of ridiculous. I think you're right. He eats about 7,000, 10,000 calories, but he probably doesn't eat much the rest of the time.
Yeah, so there was one video where he says that after if he has a huge eating challenge, right? Then for the next like 2 to 3 days, he'll just eat 1 salad a day.
Yeah, you have to lah.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no way you can sustain that. Yeah, because diet is basically how you as your diet lah. So, wow. Okay, cool.
Yep. So that's mine.
10,000 calories.
Yeah, you go look at some of it. It's quite insane.
When you got time,
And
you
the
go
hard-
watch some of the videos.
Because a lot of these places are like very American barbecue based style like competitors, right? Then the hardest part he says is always the chips.
Yes.
He saves the fries
yeah,
for
it's always
last.
the fries that last. Yeah.
It's
The
like
starch
he eat all the other stuff, but then he just eat the fries. Last.
But I think that he's worse at is spicy food. Typical Angmoh lah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Marv, you want to play mine?
Sure, I'll play yours in 3, 2, 1. I'll play for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Then you can play it from Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it's what do you guys think it is? Very ominous. It sounds right.
Sounds like game music.
Yeah.
Game music.
Is it game music?
You guys want to take a guess? Yeah, it is. It is.
What could it be though?
Does it remind you of anything? These kind of like sounds.
Not really.
Does it count? Does it sound more retro or more modern?
Definitely more retro.
Yeah. Okay. Did you want to guess? Oh,
Hold on,
Tizian this. Oh, I think he has to go and maybe he hasn't ever heard it yet.
Yeah,
I can't really guess it. Yeah.
Have you heard it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had it. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, basically it's from Metroid Prime.
Ah,
So
okay.
the Metroid
Okay.
Prime remastered.
I suspect
so
it
recent-
was be one
Yeah,
of
so
the
I-
games that you've been
oh.
playing.
Yeah, so I've been playing Metroid. I've actually finished Metroid Prime Remastered
Nice.
on the deck. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I'm not really a Metroid person. I mean, we all know most people who know Metroid, but have never played Metroid, just know Metroid from Smash, Super Smash Brothers, right?
Everybody knows who Samus is.
Samus,
Yeah.
Samus Aran, like they don't even know that. Some people may not even know that Samus is like a
He's a
chick
lady, yeah.
or a lady, right? Yeah, so I've never really played Super Metroid, any kind of Metroid games. Although we've heard the phrase like Metroidvania, like now they are like entire games that are built on this structure of like Metroid.
Like spawn
games.
like a whole genre, right?
Yeah, where it's like basically you start off, you get stripped of all your abilities, and then then the map is open to you basically, but then you can't access the whole map because you lack abilities. So the idea is that as you gain new abilities, you gain access to you can access more of the world. So eventually, there's this like feeling of a progression of like there's a feeling of progression, like you're constantly gaining power. But I would say when I played Metroid Prime Remastered, I think it's not a very long game. I think it's like 7-8 hours. Okay, it's not long because I follow a guide. I think if I didn't follow a guide, wow, I'll take forever. Because it's a very like some of the stuff you need to find is very like the map is not very intuitive. Not very intuitive. It is intuitive, but it's very hard to read. It's not always obvious where you need to go. So you actually need to like some people actually say when you play the game you need to like have a pen and paper to tell you like, okay, this is the place where you saw this purple door. You can't get through this purple door now, but you can come back to it later. So like write down where it is. So you know where to come back to it later. But I would say this game it's a very good game to try if you're into Metroid, especially the remastered version on the Switch, because it's a very good remaster. The graphics are very nice, very updated, but it's also they really give you power really fast. Like some games where there's progression systems, sometimes they give you power really slowly. Like it takes like every 2 hours or every hour, then they give you like one ability. This Metroid game, right, it's like every 30 minutes you get this new ability, and you're just constantly, you just feel like, oh, I'm constantly getting stronger and stronger. So I think I don't think the combat is very. I mean, it's quite an old game. It's a GameCube game. I think it's like a 2006 game or something. It's really old. So the combat is not great, but I would say like the fact that it's remastered now, it's still one of the best games I've played. Yeah. So
really.
The camera is off, by the way.
Huh?
The camera is off.
Oh, is it?
No, like, it's on for me, leh.
Oh, is it? It's off for me.
Yeah,
I have no
it's
idea.
on Discord. It's on Discord. Maybe on your frame.
Okay, never mind. It's okay already. I fixed it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you don't have a recommendation, right? Or in your case?
No, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. All right, so let's talk a little bit about since we're on this topic of like games, what have you guys been playing, doing, watching in terms of media stuff? I mean, it's quite a long 2 months since we talked, so you guys can keep it short, I guess. But yeah, go ahead. Zijian, let's start with you first, since you didn't have a.
What have I been watching? Okay, Demon Slayer has just came back. So I guess
Yeah.
all of us
yeah.
are actually watching it, right? But there's another one that I've been watching, that I've been following. It's called
Nestle?
No, it's called Hell's Paradise.
Okay.
Yeah, it's available on Netflix. I find it
What's
quite interesting.
What's give me the summary of it? Hell's Paradise sounds like Hell's Kitchen.
So there's this group of convicts lah. They are being asked by the not really asked, forced by the shogun to go and find the elixir of immortality. Okay, so the
Okay.
only place that they can find it, right, is at this island that is called Hell's Paradise lah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an island that is super nice. All the flowers, the things there are all like heavenly. But
Mm. Super
strange
dangerous.
thing is that whenever people go there, no one comes back. Or even
Yeah,
if they comes back, right, they comes back in corpses that are filled with flowers, things like that. Yeah, so the entire I think until now the episode is just the main characters exploring the area and trying to find out what the hell is happening in this island.
Is it a new anime?
Yeah, I think
Quite
it's
new, quite new.
I'm
Now it's
watching. I'm
only
reading the
episode.
summary now. Yeah, it came out
Mm.
in this year only. This year,
Episode 8 only.
start of the month.
Oh, that means it's not completed. So it's literally like one episode a week kind of thing, is it?
Yep.
The
Correct.
episode 8 just came out only.
Okay.
It's called
Yeah, actually,
Jigo.
Master also not bad lah. I would say Master is a not bad anime. If you got
Okay.
time lah, if you got time.
What episode is Kimetsu no Yaiba, no? Demon Slayer?
7, I think.
Okay, and how I mean, without spoiling anything, for the viewers who have yet to watch it, how has it been so far?
It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Is it better
Enjoying
than season 3?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Season 2, you mean, right?
I mean,
It's halfway through
I mean,
this season
Netflix
already.
counts season 2 as Mugen Train lah.
Okay,
So-
I think, in my opinion lah, the ending fight of season 3
Three?
of the previous season, which is the
The
one
entertainment
versus what's his
The
name? The brother and sister
Kyoraku.
duo. Yeah. I
Oh.
think that is better so far from what we've seen, but we haven't seen like
but that's the
so-called, like-
conclusion. Yep.
yeah, we haven't seen the so-called final form of who they're fighting
this-
now lah.
Yep. Okay.
Although I think we have seen the final form of number 4, right? The upper moon for, or maybe not.
Joraku.
No comment.
Okay. No spoilers for me then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, because I'm watching season 3 now, but I'm watching in Japanese, so it's like when I watch it, right, I can't really enjoy, but like I have
Because
to,
you're
like,
trying hard
focus
to
really hard. Like, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, if I can understand like 60-70% of what is being said, I kind of just like, okay, just continue watching. But if I can't understand, I have to pause it and look at the subtitle. Like, I have to like force myself to like try to understand it in Japanese, because if I don't understand it, then I will lose the plot, right, eventually.
Yep.
So I'm just really, I only can watch one episode a day. If not, it's stressful too.
It's like homework.
But okay. Yeah, it's basically homework, but it's enjoyable homework. It's something that I do want to watch anyway. Yeah. What else, Zijian? Other than that, I know you watch a lot of K drama, but
K-drama. I'm not sure whether you guys heard about it. Dr. Romantic.
yeah,
Have you guys
I
heard
heard
about
of it. Isn't it on Disney Plus? Disney Plus?
It's on Disney Plus, correct? Yeah, so
Yeah.
Dr. Romantic is I think now it's the 3rd season. It's quite cool
Third
actually.
Season. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, it's the 3rd season. Just came out only.
It's quite
But the
rare
good thing
for
is they
K-drama
come
to
out-
have like more than one
it's
season.
quite rare for. Yeah.
Yeah. But the good thing is that they come out all the episodes at one go lah.
Ah,
So I
okay.
don't need to wait like every
okay.
week one time, every week one time.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can binge.
If you guys have not seen it, I would recommend it. It's not
Okay.
one of those like actions or mystery or things like that. It's more like a slice of life thing in the life
Yeah.
of
Yeah. A doctor?
people in doctors, surgeons, nurses.
Okay.
All the struggles that they go through. Quite interesting.
I'm only interested in one Korean drama, and that's Vagabond. Do you guys remember Vagabond?
Oh yes.
It's like this like
Suzy.
action. Yeah. It's the only Korean drama that I actually managed to watch the whole thing because it was so good. Yeah,
Vagabond.
but I don't know. It's been really long since it's 2019 it came out, so it's been almost 4 years. So I don't know whether they plan on doing a second season. But anyway,
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so. Because they will need to
Yeah.
get all the actors and actresses back, and they're like very busy and very big now, right? All these people.
And I
Suzy
heard that
and,
the ending for Vagabond was not that good. It was like
Ye-
an abrupt ending.
I can't remember. No,
Yeah.
well, I can't remember, but anyway, yeah.
Mm,
So, all right. Anything else?
not quite. Marvin?
Watching wise, so I recently finished this Netflix TV series, the Taiwanese show called Copycat Killer.
Oh,
Yeah. It actually hit like number 2 on the global top 10 non-English Netflix charts. Yeah, so that was how popular it was. It's actually based on a
Manga.
crime novel by a Japanese writer. So if you have time, it's worth watching. But I mean, of course, it's in Chinese, because it's Taiwanese, right? Yeah, it's
But there's subtitles if you need it, right?
yeah, of course. I mean, I watch with subtitles. I mean, the premise is very simple, lah. There's a serial killer on the loose, and you follow like a prosecutor who's trying to unravel the mystery of who the serial killer is. It's a bit funny because the prosecutor is also doing the investigation, like the detective work.
Wow.
When that doesn't actually make sense, lah, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. I mean, it's a show, so
It's
Yeah.
a show.
it's worth watching, lah. It's pretty good. I will give it like maybe a 8/10.
Interesting. A Taiwanese series, not really known for. But I guess this is it's a Netflix series, right?
Yep.
So the Netflix paid the Taiwanese people to
Yep.
they give them money to film it, lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I've finished that recently. Like same as I've been watching Kimetsu no Yaiba, and also Witch from Mercury has started season 2 also.
Oh wow.
Came back the
That's
same
the Gundam
day.
one, right?
Yeah, came on the same day as Demon Slayer. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's not your typical Gundam like war story.
Yeah.
So I think I told you guys previously it was based in a school, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they're out of the school here.
If you guys are not, I mean, they're still in the school, but if you guys are not gonna watch, so the so-called like spoiler review is that the main Gundam is called Ariel, like Aerial, Ariel, not the Little Mermaid.
Like in the air,
I mean,
Ariel.
yeah.
Like to fly in the air, Ariel. Yeah.
And wait, is the Little Mermaid Ariel the Ariel?
No,
right?
that's
No.
Ariel.
Yeah. So, the pilot, like she can sync very well with the Gundam. And she doesn't like, so other people who pilot a Gundam, right? They use this system called like the permit score. The gun, what did I tell you? There's a gun something system lah. So there's this score system where the higher they activate, right, then their like whole body will like glow red. So if they go too high, then they'll die. Like it will like attack their body. So the main character doesn't have this effect. She can like use like the full Gundam system without getting affected. And then you actually find out that because the main Gundam absorbed her sister.
So it's like genetically fitted for her.
Yes, so it's like Evangelion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we find out that she's special lah, in that sense. Yeah. So I mean the story is getting a bit weird lah, but I will still follow because every week half an hour. Okay lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy is that some animes get seasons, like more seasons, and some animes that I think should get seasons don't get. Like Ultraman has 3 seasons already.
Yeah, Ultraman has 3 seasons. Do you
What
make
the
it through? I didn't even make it through season 2.
I didn't make it to season 2.
watch it.
I stopped that.
Yes.
Do you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet.
I think
season
it
one
was
pretty good.
okay. It was okay.
I couldn't finish season 2.
I think season 1 was fine. Season 2 I was like
yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, so that's like shows wise lah. I caught a few movies also through sailed the 7 seas.
You sailed the high seas.
Yep.
Your
I watched Ant-Man. Didn't think it was that good.
We can talk about that a bit.
Yeah,
Do you watch it also, Jen?
No, I didn't, but it's okay.
I'll give it
I
like
don't mind spoiler.
a 6.5 to 7 lah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you my major gripe with Ant-Man and the Wasp. It doesn't feel like an Ant-Man movie. It
Yeah, it
feels. When you watch it, right? Do you at one point think to yourself, man, this is like Star Wars?
When
When they went into
the what Phantom, what do you call it?
the quantum world, quantum realm.
Quantum, yeah. I'll be honest, after 1 hour I stopped and I went to sleep. Then I started, like I watched the rest another day. Because I was a bit bored lah. And I've never felt like this bored in a Marvel movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Like even
Yeah,
compared to like, I don't know, Iron Man 3 or Thor 2. This is the first time I actually like said.
Worse than Thor Dark World? Are you kidding
Okay,
me?
I wouldn't say
No,
it's
no.
worse, but I would say
No.
this is the first time I was like, okay, I'm not going to
Yeah.
continue. I'll watch it another day.
Yeah.
Never done that before.
Okay, like maybe because you were
Yeah.
watching on the high seas. If you watch it in movie theater, you got no
Yeah,
choice
you watch it in movie theater, you got no choice to sit through it, right?
I think that, do you watch the previous two Ant-Mans?
Yes.
Tizian and Mark?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing that made Ant-Man special is that it had this like two things. One is that it had that humor from like, you know, Luis the Mexican guy, and then his
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah.
So it had that like special vibe that made it special. It's like a heist movie, but it's a funny heist
Yeah.
movie.
And they're not here.
Yeah, and they are not in the show at all. So that's one thing that was weird. And the combat in this Ant-Man feels really not Ant-Man. So if you remember watching Ant-Man, like the cool thing about it was that he would like make small things big and make big things small, and like you know, he would transform like Thomas the tank engine to an actual like tank engine, right? That was the cool part. But in this show, none of that happened. They just become big and small. But because you're in the quantum realm, right? So it's not real life. So you have no sense of scale. So when they become big, you're just like, oh, are they big? Are they small? I don't know. Right. So yeah, I do think it's not a bad movie, but it lost its identity as Ant-Man to me.
The other thing I didn't like was that the whole movie was set in the quantum realm, right?
Most of it,
and it's like it's all CGI, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just not familiar.
Yeah. And also, we don't need to spoil about Kang, but yeah, I thought the way Kang died was like really lame.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, spoiler. I spoke.
Wait.
I mean, but Kang is in the whole multiverse thing, right? But in the end, he got killed by ants.
I think he's gonna be recasted lah, because of the whole Jonathan Majors thing.
Right. Yeah. I do think he's good though. I thought he was the best part of the.
Yeah, I mean he was a convincing Kang lah.
Yeah, like I think he's scary, and I think he's a good villain. So I think it's kind of sucky that they probably have to recast him. But anyway, what else? You watched Dungeons and Dragons?
I watched Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah,
that was good.
It was good. It was good.
That was good. I also watched it on the high seas.
I actually think it was the second best movie I've watched so far this year.
But like Chris said, the Bart, so Chris Pine's
the main character,
he has no abilities. He doesn't do anything. He's just like he's the gamba. He's the encourager.
Cheerleader.
He's the cheerleader. You can do it. He doesn't really do anything at all.
They just perpetuate the meme about Barts being kind of useless.
Oh, okay. True. That's true. Sing and encourage people to.
Yeah. It's actually not very true.
He doesn't have any abilities at all, to be honest.
Like all the Bard classes in actual MMOs and whatever are actually good.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Hunting Horn in Monster Hunter, like Bard in Lost Ark is good.
D&D. Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. But that being said, the best movie that I watched so far this year, Super Mario Brothers, man.
I have it also, but I have not watched it yet. I should watch it, right?
Have you watched it?
No, not yet. Good lah.
Like, okay, I would say because it's a game show, right? Or game movie, right? I went in with super low expectations. But then it slowly went up because the reviews keep coming back saying that it's actually really good. So if you all see Rotten Tomatoes, right? The critic score is bad, like 40-50%. But the audience review is 96% fresh.
Yeah, that's the one you should watch.
So I went in with a bit more raised expectations, like because I saw the RT reviews, and I say it lived up to the expectations. Like, it's very simple. There is no like twist and turn. It's just Bowser wants to take over the world, and then Mario is somehow recruited, by Peach to go fight him. That's all. But they managed to incorporate like so many aspects of the games.
Yeah.
Like the music, the jumping on the Koopas, even the Mario Kart. They did it so well and not in a very like hyperbolic way
not extreme lah.
Yeah. So if you have a chance to go watch, it's really good. Yeah. My favorite was Toad. So Toad was played by Key from from Peel and Key. Is it Peel or Pele?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's by Key. Yeah.
Key, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Toad.
Keegan
Toad is
McKee.
like super like
Funny.
sarcastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the voice
I
actors
mean,
all quite.
They have great voice actors,
Yeah.
right?
They
I'm
have,
looking at it now. Jack Black is Bowser.
Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy and Charlie
Seth Rogen
Day.
is Donkey King.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Yeah, Seth Rogen, and then
Charlie Day is
I mean,
Luigi.
Chris
Pretty good.
Pratt lah. Everybody thought that it's a wrong choice, but I think
Surprisingly,
he did a
not
pretty good
bad, right?
job. Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, did he sound like Mario? He just sounded like Chris Pratt. It's just that it was a well-written script for him, right? Like, he
I
doesn't
would
sound
say
like Mario, right? He doesn't sound like.
I
yeah.
didn't in like almost no point in the movie that I think, hey, there's Chris Pratt.
Okay.
So that was good. That was good enough.
Yeah.
And he does
Okay.
like the iconic like ooh. Sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Mario, the Mario cheer, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
That's for watching lah.
Yep.
Games wise, I've played like 7 hours of Jedi Survivor,
Nowhere close to the.
and I played
Are you still on the Kobo? Is it the first world? No, what's the name? Of it?
Yes, I'm still on Kobo,
Oh my god.
but that's because I'm playing on Jedi
Yeah,
Master
yeah.
difficulty, so
Yeah.
it's super slow and I die a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I
Proving
played like,
yourself to be a Jedi Master.
yeah, man. Actually, I started on Jedi Grandmaster, the hardest difficulty, but that one really cannot. Like the trash mobs, right? Do hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I dropped it one difficulty down. Then I played like 3 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, the new Zelda game. That one is amazing lah. Really amazing game.
Yeah.
And I intend to eventually play RE4.
Yeah. So that's a good segue to me. So let's talk about games. I like I said, I finished Metroid Prime Remastered on the deck. I finished Jedi Survivor. Thanks guys for buying it for me.
No problem.
So Jedi Survivor was really good, but I mean we have Marv and I are, and Zijian also, I guess, are quite Star Wars. Maybe Zijian not so much. Are you a Star Wars fan as well?
Not so much.
Not so much. So to me it's a good game, but it's overshadowed by all the technical issues. But I mean, still playable. I also played RE4, so I sailed the high seas for RE4.
Hey, Zijian, he finished RE4 before us. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
That's the latest one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one where
We are supposed to
but
be
it's good.
the horror fans, man.
Yeah, actually, so I would say, right? I mean, it's definitely better than RE3. It's much bigger than RE2 because RE2 is mostly in the police station, right?
Yep.
RE2 takes place in the police station. So I feel RE2 is a tighter experience. Like it's a more scary experience in RE2 because it's like all very tiny corridors.
Very
It's like
claustrophobic, right?
and you have very limited ammo. Even at the end, you're still like limited. You don't really have that much stuff. But in this game, right, you you become pretty badass pretty fast. Like the amount of weapons that you get. Eventually, I ran with one pistol, which was basically a sniper. Like basically the amount of power I had in my pistol, I just used it to just like one shot most things. Like most things just shoot in the head, and then just die. But then I had a submachine gun, a rifle, and a shotgun. So I was running with 4 guns. It can fit in my inventory, like your case.
Yeah.
So you don't.
There's a lot of back case.
Yeah, so you don't
Case,
feel like you are you don't feel weak. Basically, there's only like one point of the game where two or 3 points of the game where it like got a really scary. Like, and usually those parts are when your stuff is taken from you. Then you just feel like, oh no, I'm weak again. I'm gonna get killed. Kind of stuff.
This one has no like tyrant or whoever chasing you, right?
There's no tyrant,
Okay.
but there is stuff in the game that.
Is there
Yeah,
like
I don't wanna spoil it.
a tyrant like creature that is always chasing you and you can't?
No,
make it?
there's not that mechanic where
Okay.
like it would just appear all of a sudden out of nowhere. There isn't that mechanic. But there are obviously enemies in the game that there's a particular enemy in the game that will show up at certain choice moments lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't spoil it. Yeah, so you guys can
I played RE4 before, but I can't really remember. I played the original.
it's really good.
RE4 is the one.
The Las
where-
Plagas one.
The one where you're
Yes.
rescuing
Ah.
you need to save the
rescuing
Ashley, yeah.
You're rescuing the president of the daughter of the president.
Which is
We
being
didn't
super
play that
annoying.
in co-op, meh? Did we?
No, there was no co-op.
Oh, was she annoying in RE4?
Yeah,
The
I mean,
original?
she's always been annoying. She'll just run off.
No, she's not annoying here.
Oh, okay.
She's really good in this game.
I
Like
guess they
this
improved
game,
the AI.
you no, she's perfectly fine because you can control how far she is from you. I mean, obviously you have to protect her, but
Oh,
at no one point of time did I
Yeah.
go, oh my gosh, you're so annoying.
You played this
Right.
right? I remember you played. It's the one
I played. I
you
think I
can
played all.
roundhouse kick. Yeah.
Yes, you can roundhouse kick and you can parry a chainsaw with your knife.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can parry anything with your knife. It's quite crazy.
So for the old games, right, I've actually only played from 4 onwards. Like I played 4
Mm.
up to 7.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
You guys,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
if you guys like two, it's definitely way better than three. And I still like two because it was my first RE game.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
four is really good. Like
It's the more polished experience, right?
Oh, okay. Try.
Yeah. I mean, they have had like two games to like polish up their engine, right?
Mm.
So it's a very well optimized game. And yeah, they know what they're doing like when they built the sandbox to fight in. It's a very action game, I would say.
Yep.
And it's an open. It's more open. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. A lot of treasures you can find. Yeah. So I've also been playing a lot of Dota 2 because there has been a huge if you guys come back to Dota now, you will not recognize the game at all.
Mm.
The map
They
is
increase the
different.
size.
Yeah, by 40%. Actually okay lah. When they said they increased the size by 40%, all they did is just make the square like
Bigger.
they just extended the edges out. So obviously, like when you make your edges bigger, then it just makes the whole map huge, right? But the general core of it is the same. But yeah, a lot of changes. I've been playing it like crazy. Yeah, and just like Marv said, when watching, I watch Dungeons and Dragons. I watch Ant-Man as well, and yeah, good shows. Okay, let's move on to something a bit less game related. So recently, no, how long ago was it? Maybe has it been a month? More
2
than a
months.
month.
For 2 months.
It's
Yeah.
2 months already.
2 months and 1 week.
Wow. Okay.
It was
so
literally like after our previous episode.
Okay. So Marv, you wanna okay? Tell me and I guess our listeners what happened. What made you decide to start doing something?
Okay. I mean, there are multiple factors lah, but to make a long story short, so I left my previous gym in March, and then I decided that I need to do something about my health because went for my medical checkup, not medical checkup, like what do you call it, health screening.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there were a few things that were not very good lah. So I had like elevated, what's it called? HDL, is it LDL? Which is the bad one? The cholesterol.
HDL, I think.
HDL.
Yeah,
HDL.
whatever. So the bad one was a bit
Elevated Haidilao.
was a bit elevated. Not like high yet, but like borderline reaching the not good, out of the average lah. I was like above, just below the what do you call it, upper limit. Yeah, I mean you guys know I've got. Then I have fatty liver, slightly fatty liver, and what's the last one? Yeah, I think that's about it. So the doctor was like, few things you can do lah. You can take medication, you can change your diet, and you can also exercise. So he's like, which one you want to do? Then I was like, okay lah, I'll just do all lah. Might as well, right? I know some people are like, no, don't take medication. You know, you can just do it naturally. But I was like, I just take a. Yeah, so I've been on liver supplements that supposed to help with fatty liver. So there's no medication for fatty liver. It's basically just change of diet and be more active, and you can have supplements lah. Then I'm on medication for cholesterol, and I'm on medication for gout. So I was like, wow, I'm like 36 years old. I shouldn't be.
Taking so much.
I'm eating like 7 pills every night. So I'm like, okay,
Wow.
you know, time to do something about it lah. Yeah, and also because I mean I'm not putting the blame, but it's more of like the lifestyle has changed ever since Meredith was born. Definitely became a lot more sedentary in the sense that there's less time for myself to do things that I want to do. And also because there's limited time, then you have to decide, do you want to do you want to watch shows, or do you want to play games, or do you want to go exercise, that kind of thing. So it's a balance lah. So I decided, okay lah, need to put more effort into making sure I'm at least, you know, can survive to see like her get married lah.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, you never know, right? Like if you don't,
Mm.
if you just let go, then
Mm.
things may reach a point where it's very hard to reverse lah. Yeah, so
Mm.
that was my main motivation lah. I mean, so it's basically two factors lah. My health, wanting to get healthier, and then I left my previous gym.
Mm.
So I decided to sign up for Anytime Fitness, which is like super close, like 5 to 10 minutes walk away from my house. So when I signed up there, I told myself, and I told you guys, I literally have no excuse to say I cannot go, because I can literally walk out there and go, and it's 24 hours, so I can go at night after Meredith sleeps, that kind of thing. Yeah, so yeah lah. And then after that, we started the whole program. Yeah.
Yeah. Sam, what about you? I mean, you're a bit different from Marv, right? You've always been exercising, basically.
Yeah. So for me, like what you have said, I've always been exercising, going to the gym. Just that, I mean, I've been doing it solo lah. So there comes a point of time where things get a bit mundane.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no program, so I mean, there's no one to oversee. What am I doing? So things become very very boring, and I just keep switching programs from programs to programs lah, just to get some how do I say it? Get some new things lah, so that I can find myself enjoying it. Yeah, lor. So after that, I think then you came along. So we got you to help us to program our workout. Then so far from then, things have been going well. I mean, it is more focused now. I know what I'm going to do, and the progress. All this I can see.
Yeah.
As compared to last time.
And you also know why, like the reason behind what you're doing also.
Yep.
As in, not
just
the,
anyhow do.
Not the meta reason, like the health thing, but in terms of like, why am I doing this particular workout? What is it gonna improve? What are we working on today? Yeah. So that really helps also. Yeah.
Well, maybe
for maybe for a layman, right? When we see rowing workout, we're just row long. But behind it, behind it is like, what's the purpose of this? Like zone 2, zone 3 training, this kind of thing. This kind of thing we won't know, man.
Yeah. Maybe instead of me telling them like, okay, this is what I program for you, how about you tell people like, when you first, like in a week, what do you do when you, like, what do you do when you you open up the program, and then what's the first thing you look at? What's the first thing you're thinking about?
Okay, so I guess for me it's a bit different. So you asked us, right? Like Ian asked us what's our goal. So I think for Zhejian it's more of like getting leaner, getting stronger, getting more, looking better. Whereas for me is, because I'm more of the overweight side, right? So I wanted to, my main goal was to lose weight. To get slimmer, and whatever comes with it lah. Like if I look better, or my arms get bigger or whatever. Sure. So for me, like what we do is normally, so what's programmed for me, I think kind of similar to Xian is, so we work out 3 times a week, at least 3 times a week, and it's very simple. It's half of it is strength, and then the other half is some form of cardio or HIIT. Yeah, and it's simple because I would say it's simple because we have CrossFit background. So we know the basic lifts, but you don't need CrossFit background to know. It's quite easy to pick up, like a back squat, front squat. I think maybe deadlift would need, if somebody who's totally new, maybe would need some help with like deadlift. Bench press also I think it's kind of straightforward, right? Yeah. And then what I do, or rather for me, every Sunday when you program, first thing I go see the ward. I'm like, oh my god,
what devil program has Ian programmed for me?
What kind of shitty feelings am I gonna have? But I would say I've reached a point. So I think the first couple of weeks were really tough because I haven't been working out regularly for like 2 years, 3 years. So, but now I've reached a point where even when it's super tough, I feel damn shook. Like I feel really good at the end of it. Like the end of like 15-20 minutes, or however long. Like I may be like, perspiring like hell, but there's this like rush, that I finished it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think the best part is that I can actually see and feel the changes even after a month. So we just finished our second deloading week. So we've done the full cycle of 4 weeks. So total 8 weeks, right? For 2 months. And I've lost about 3 kg so far. Yeah, it's not a lot. I think there's much faster ways. I think there are ways to lose weight even faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But for me, it's great because I can feel the difference. Even I was telling Charlene that day, I was showing her. So I wear berm sometimes to go out, right? Then I have to wear belt. I actually had to like notch the belt one notch tighter.
Nice.
Yeah. If not, the pants will like slip down. Yeah. So it feels great.
Yeah, that's good. What about
sorry,
go ahead.
And I think I would say there are 2 best parts. The other best part is people have noticed. Yeah. So people have noticed.
Yeah.
And
Also-
that gives you the motivation also. Say,
Yeah.
hey,
For sure.
things are
Like
actually
I have people like come up to me and say, "Hey, you lost weight?" Then I'm like, "Yeah, a bit."
Yeah, but I mean, apart from, today I said something similar for you as well. Like when you look at the program, obviously the strength program doesn't differ. I might give you guys something new every week. Maybe do a particular focus on different things. Like I think one week I ask you to focus on double unders, one week I focus on push-ups or whatever. But the general strength movements are the same in terms of like your deadlift and your core lifts. But like, what do you do when you open up the program?
same thing as what Marvin did. Look at the watts first. And see what
They message me and complain.
for the week.
Then we complain to each other.
What is this?
Do you guys look at the rowing ward first or the
I just go by
throughout the entire week.
yeah.
Correct. I think one thing different from Marv is that he's cutting, reducing weight. But for me, I think I am trying to hit the calories that I'm supposed to hit. So that's the main difference. I mean, I can feel the difference too, because I guess gradually my appetite has been increasing. So I have to be very mindful of what I consume as well.
I think not on just exercise, you guys have also been like, okay, so since the first month we didn't do anything to your diet, right? We didn't. I mean, maybe I think Marv did it on his own. He did IF on his own. I started
IF. Yeah.
But I think after the first month, on the second month, I said, okay, we're gonna start counting our calories because I think it's very and those people who are listening, if you want to lose weight or you want to start getting healthier, the first thing you do is you need to know what you put in your body, because like recently, when you start counting your calories, you start realizing what kind of crap you put in your body and what things that you don't really expect to have huge caloric content. When you actually count it, you're like, what the heck? I just put in 400 calories in my body, and it's like what was it that you ate? Was it Tim Tam?
I ate Tim Tam.
Yeah.
How much was it? Was it like 400 calories?
Something
like that.
100 plus, right? 140 or something. Some crazy amount. Just one Tim Tam. Yeah, and I used to chug like 4 or 5 at a go.
Yeah, that's like one meal.
Yeah, for 4 or 5, that's a meal. That's 500 calories, 600 calories already. Yeah. So I think when they started counting calories, they you start to be more like, even I tell you, even right now, if you stop counting your calories, you will still be more educated. You'll be like, crap, I just ate like 1,500 calories for one meal. Like you'll just be like, oh crap. Yeah. So you kind of know, and at the end of the day, if you just want to lose weight and you just want to feel better, you just need to count calories. You don't even need exercise, actually, if you just want to lose weight. Yeah. But of course, the exercise helps because you increase your metabolic rate. But you also, it sculpts your body, right? So you want to, mostly for guys, you do want to build muscle. You do want to look good. You don't just want to be skinny. You want to be like, you want to look good. You want to look fit and strong. So,
not just for guys, definitely for ladies also.
For ladies, you want to look sculpted, right?
I mean, image has changed over the years, right?
Yeah. So I'm very glad for you guys. At the end of the day, even though I program for you guys have to put in the work, right? You guys still have to do the, and obviously I'm not there to like watch you guys do the what, right? But I think there is a difference between doing the what by yourself and doing the work like in a class, in a group class, like
Mm.
CrossFit does. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely prefer doing it in a class generally because there is this like feeling of like I'm not dying by
Yeah,
myself.
there's a camaraderie,
And-
like everybody's suffering together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you just have more motivation to do it. But at the same time, I think there's some form of like willpower training when you do it alone. Like
Yeah, because people are looking
you
at
like
you.
Definitely.
yeah, no, and you can just tell yourself like, okay, like, I just finished that. I'm just gonna stop now. Like no one will know, right? Like even if you don't. But the difference is that when you have a PT like me, you have to write down your score. So you can't finish it. Right? You can't like I'm just done. I don't do it anymore.
Honestly, the
Yeah.
first like couple of weeks, I was a bit more conscious because I'm working out in a global gym, right? And then
Yeah.
most people don't do like workouts in terms of like cardio, high intensity, alternating
don't.
between like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. They just go and do machine, or they just go and run on treadmill, and then they are done.
Yeah.
So the first
Like
couple
cardio
of
is
times
cardio.
when I'm like doing like burpees and like box jumps, it's a bit more like, oh shit, people are looking at me, and obviously people are looking at you because they're like, what the hell is
What the
this
heck you
joker
doing?
doing?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've reached a point where I don't really
Don't
care.
care.
And
Yeah.
also I think because it's a small gym, because I'm in a like a neighborhood kind of gym, right?
Mm.
I've reached a point where I think people know me already, and I know
Yeah,
most of the
yeah.
regulars. So I think they're like used to me like just jumping in a corner doing funny
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I think that's true. Also. I mean, Zitian works out in his office gym, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. About
Most
his
of the
office
time
gym.
I'm alone.
Yeah, he can. That's so shock lah. I'm super jealous of that you have like, and you can kind of like. I mean, obviously, your equipment is not like they don't get replaced as often as maybe if you go to a global gym, right? But the fact that you have a rower, you have your barbell, dumbbell, those kind of things, just like super shock.
It's a squat rack.
Yeah.
Managed to get them in.
I wish I had
All the
this.
basic stuff.
I wish I had a rower. I'm actually contemplating like to get a rower, but it's just I don't know where to put it. There's no place to put it.
You need a treadmill to gym. You need a new treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never run.
Your gym you cannot run, right? Can you run outside lah? Can you run outside?
Very hard.
If I have to exit the entire building.
Yeah. And
to
it's a
run.
distance away. Unless you get a true form. What's it
Hey,
called? Is it
wait.
true?
So when I ask you to run, what do you do? Or do I not give you running workouts? Or you roll? You roll.
No. So I will do the optional workout instead.
Okay. You do the
Because I got
non-running.
workouts, man.
Yeah. Okay. So that's between you and because I give him 4.
Mm.
Then he can 4 choose 3 lah. I know. I will actually tell you which is the optional one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You did.
Yeah. So Entity's workout is definitely different from yours. There's the movements are
A
different.
bit only lah. A few reps.
So anyway, tell you guys, I think you guys are doing it. Like actually when I first started, I told you guys that you guys need about 3 months to see progress, right? That's what I told you, right? Something like that. But I mean, for Marv, it's definitely more obvious at the start because he started at a different place from Zitian.
Yeah.
But for Zitian, do you see like what do you feel different? Is it different for you?
Different, maybe
Physically.
mentally lah. Mentally,
mentally.
physically not that much yet, but more mentally.
Because your strength
like what
numbers
you
are
said,
so
lor.
damn low. You need to up it. Your strength
Okay
numbers
lah,
is all
it's
right?
getting there. It's getting there. Take it slow.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, those of you, those listeners who are listening, if you're interested in doing, I mean, I'm doing PT online, right? I'm not in Singapore, so if you're interested, and I would say you don't need to have you don't need to know how to do a lot of exercise. I can program for you guys, but you do need to have access to some kind of like gym.
Yeah, basic
Like any
equipment.
kind of global gym. Yeah, basic equipment. You could do it at home, but global gym would be good. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the last part. I'm trying to keep this short, but we're just gonna talk really quickly about gaming news and stuff is happening because a lot of gaming news has came out in the past 2 months.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do, because I don't want this to be too long, is I'm just gonna say the topic, and if you have something to say about it, if you have something to you want to talk about it, you just go ahead. And if you just don't care, like to you it's like meh, then just say don't. Then just say you don't care. All right, we'll just keep it simple. So it's like meh or you want something to talk about it. All right, so let's start with the PlayStation showcase first. So recently, PlayStation had I think 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago,
2 or 3
they
days.
had a similar to like a Nintendo Direct. They had like a showcase online where they basically show you all the new games, new products that's coming up basically in the next
Within
year
this
or
year, I think.
within this
Yeah.
year basically, or at least within a year from now. So a lot of things came up. It was probably one of the most exciting showcases that I think has came out in a long while. So because I think this is their first showcase since 2021, so it's been 2 years since they had the last one. So I'm just gonna talk about it, and if you're interested, you just say something. All right. So the first one, which I'm excited about, is they are gonna make a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, and they are releasing a collection of the first Metal Gear games.
Have you played MGS3 before?
I've played a bit of MGS3, Peace Walker, right? No, not Peace Walker.
Snake
Is it Peace
Eater.
Walker?
Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So MGS3 is actually the MGS that I played the most of.
Yeah,
was
it's the
on
best.
PS2.
Everybody says it's the best MGS lah.
It was on PS2. Yeah. And of all the MGS, this is the one that I played, like replayed the most. It's called Snake Eater. Do you know why it's called Snake Eater?
Because he eat the snake. Oh no, because you play as boss, right? You play as big boss.
Yes. So you're actually not Solid Snake. You
play as
it's
big boss.
in terms of the chronology. MGS3 is the first MGS.
Yeah.
Because you're playing as Big Boss. Yes.
Yeah.
Basically the okay, this might be a spoiler, but you're playing as the
It's a-
template that Snake was cloned from.
It was made up. Yeah.
Basically,
he's
you're
the
Jungle Fett.
Mobile-
You're Jungle Fett.
Yeah, he's the Django Fett.
Yeah. And it's called Snake Eater because there is this mechanic in the game where you need to survive in the wilderness by cooking and eating animals, and you can eat snake.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the first survival
That's
game
why.
where you have to like
That's why.
kill,
That's why.
Yeah, literally Jatwa.
Yeah. It's a great game. I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Do you see the trailer?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it looked pretty badass. But I mean, I was like, but then it's also Konami and like
It shows
now
nothing but just his face. And then
and then Kojima is not in Konami anymore.
yeah, that's
so
the
I'm
thing.
like,
That's the thing. Yeah, Kojima is not in charge of this one, so hopefully they don't screw it up.
Yeah, to me, just make it like if you just update the graphics, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't need to do too many new things. Like it's already a very good game. Don't need to change stuff.
Yeah, but they did say
Alright.
they'll add some new stuff though. Yeah. Let's see.
Today, do you play MGS at all?
No, I did not. But then I remember watching Marvin play. Yeah, I think I remember watching you and Jasper playing it.
I played
Yeah.
1, 2, and 4. I think I didn't finish 3. I played 1, 2, and 4, and then I went almost to the end with MGS 5. Okay, moving on. Okay, Project Q. This one is okay. So it has always been rumored that like PlayStation wanted to release a handheld device. So
A
it
new
was supposed to be,
handheld
like,
device.
to rival the Switch, to rival like more handheld devices like the Steam Deck and now the ROG Ally. But when they release this new one, firstly it looks so stupid. So it's basically like people have been memeing on it that it looks like the DualSense controller, so the PS5 controller, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like someone just photoshopped they just cut the PlayStation controller in half and just put a random screen in the middle and then fuse the two together.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
You put like the
Yes,
Switch screen
indeed.
in the middle, and then you put the DualSense
Yeah,
controllers.
put the controller. It's so stupid, Project Q. And the stupid thing about it is that it's not a proper handheld. It's basically just a streaming device.
Yeah.
You need to have a PS5 for it to work.
What?
So the PS5
so-
will be on, and then you are streaming
To that
to that
device.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to be at home to use it, basically.
Technically, you can be outside if you have a very good connection,
Yeah,
because you can use the
Mm.
remote play app. I think.
but I mean,
Yeah.
but the concept of it is like, why would you? And knowing they didn't give an amount, but knowing Sony, it's probably going to be like $400
It's
or
super
something like that.
expensive. Yeah. If it's anything above $200, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think people will buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, stupid. Not gonna go well. All right, next thing, Marathon. So this one was interesting. So this is a extraction shooter. It's like it's a shooter game, but it's apparently Marathon is an old
Yes,
IP.
it's an old game
It's an
before
old game.
Halo.
Yeah,
Yeah, it came out in the 90s. I think it was
Yeah.
Bungie's first game.
yeah,
One of the first few games that Bungie created.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it looks cool, but then like I mean, when I watched the trailer and the stills, it looked really cool. Like the lore and the way it looks is really cool. Then when I heard it was an extraction shooter, I was like, okay, I'm just not interested anymore.
Rainbow Six.
It's like a PvP.
Yeah, it's a PvP.
I'm like, okay, not interested anymore. Next.
Next.
I'm like, I guess I'll wait for Destiny. And then, okay, so Destiny Final Shape trailer came out.
Do you see? Oh yeah, you did, right?
No, I've lost all interest, but you can tell me about it if you want.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No, I've not
So
watched it.
the trailer was.
I saw the trailer, the triangle. I'm like, the final shape.
Yeah, it's a very short teaser trailer of Ikora talking to somebody, and then she's like, "Oh, so many things have happened," and after that they zoom out and it's Kate. So Kate is inside the Traveler, and somehow Ikora has gone in also. Ikora has gone in also.
Nobody dies in
So I don't know. The rumor is that Guardians who die, their souls go into the Traveler. Whatever
just leave.
that
Why
means.
they resurrect Kate? Just leave him dead. I mean, I like Kate, but like his death meant something.
Because
like,
they have to
just leave
kill
him
off
dead.
Zavala, right?
Is that what? Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Because
the actor died, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's
but
why
anyway.
they bring back Nathan Fillion for this.
Yeah. Okay. And next one was interesting. So next one was Spider-Man 2.
Oh
So Marvel
my
Spider-Man 2.
God.
It had like
Yeah.
12-minute. Today you didn't watch, right? A 12-minute trailer. Did you watch?
No, I didn't watch
Okay.
this.
When you have
12
time or after this, go watch it. So
Yeah, it's really good.
it's a trailer, but it's not really a trailer. It's a freaking
No, it's the first 12 minutes of the game, basically.
yeah. It's just 12 minutes of gameplay,
Yeah.
or rather 10 minutes of gameplay. The first 2 minutes were actual trailer. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'm
excited.
I'm super hyped for it.
We finished, both Marv and I finished Spider-Man and Miles Morales.
Yep. And I
So
did both on impossible difficulty. So yeah, I'm gonna do this one on impossible difficulty.
I won't get to play it unless I buy a PS5.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's only a PS5, right?
I won't get to play it. Which no, that's not even the game I'm most anticipating. But anyway,
I know,
they don't have a release date yet, right?
They said fall 2023. So
fall. Oh, that's really soon.
yeah.
That's within the next 6 months.
More or less done.
Third quarter,
4 months.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Third quarter.
Anyway. Okay. So dang it. Let's just mix getting a PS5 more. Okay. Can I just say right here that the PS5 has officially won this console's generation. This generation.
Yep.
Like Xbox is just totally lost. That like the next Xbox games that is coming out that's gonna win for them is Starfield, but Starfield cannot beat Spider-Man.
Like so many of them.
Cannot beat M16. Cannot beat Ragnarok. Like there's no way it can beat all the games that have came out already on Sony. Like there's no reason for you to buy a PS5 unless you want Game Pass.
But then you wait for Game of the Year and then it's Tears of the Kingdom. So Switch will win.
Oh, Switch.
So anyway, but then that's why you have a Steam Deck for emulation.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one is Helldivers 2. Do you guys play Helldivers 1?
We did, right, Tijan? Did we?
I think we did. I think we did.
It's
not very familiar. This
like
name.
It's a
top-down
top-down
shoot. Yes, we played.
I call it
Yeah,
Starship
yeah.
Troopers. It's Starship Troopers.
Yes, Tijan I played
Fight
with each
area.
other.
Yeah, we did this.
So this is really interesting because Helldivers 2 is it's not top-down anymore. It's like third person.
Oh,
So-
we did.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's third
Yeah, you
person.
can go watch
you
the
can
trailer.
check out It looks good. I think it's coming out soon also. It's pretty soon also. I wonder if you can check the release date, but it's pretty soon. Excited for that if I had a PS5. I think it's also coming out on Steam. Let me see.
It was previously.
Oh,
it was on
it is
Steam, right?
It was on Steam.
Yeah.
It was on Steam before. But anyway, if it comes out on Steam and it runs more on the deck, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So that's Alan Wake 2. Sorry, that was supposed to be Alan Wake 2. Was it Alan Wake Remake?
No, Alan Wake 2. It's literally
Alan Wake
a
2.
sequel.
Did you guys play Alan Wake 1?
Tijan did, right?
I did.
Yeah, I played it too.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Game.
Are you excited for it?
Yes. Just to see how they continue the thing.
Yeah. Also another horror game based. This is also from Remedy, right? The people who made Control and Max Payne, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I think
correct.
so.
Correct.
So the last game they made was Control, basically, which was a good game. Did you play Control, Titian?
No, I didn't play Control. I think I watched Control.
Dude, you should play Control. It's totally like your kind of like the RE, like the horror, sci-fi kind of weird vibe. Isn't it your kind of thing? Yeah.
Not really lah.
So
yeah, I'll
Alan
check
Wake 2, I'm interested to try, but it's not like a day one purchase. Is it coming on Steam? It is, right? Oh no, it's probably coming out on Epic Games Store. Because
Oh, no.
Remedy is Remedy is a
Some-
Epic Games exclusive.
Yes, correct.
The time I thought we just
Like Control also.
talked about it. It's only on PS5 for now, right?
PS5, Xbox, and Epic Games.
And PC, Epic Games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
October 17th.
Oh, that's fast.
October 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, soon. All right. Next one. AC Mirage. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Do you guys watch the trailer for this?
Yes, I did. Is that in
Do you
India,
guys-
right?
Is it India?
Is it?
It looks like Middle East. I don't know whether it's
Ah.
India. Is it? I don't think it's India. I think it's
Honestly, I haven't
But anyway-
played AC since Black Flag. So
wow.
yeah,
Black Flag. Have you played? Yeah, Black Flag 4.
Black Flag was my
It's-
first game that I bought on the PS4.
You played Black Flag on the PS4? Wow.
Yeah.
How? The PS4. Wow, it's coming in October also. All the games are coming out in October. What the heck?
Good luck to scale up and the rest.
Yeah,
of it.
man. Yeah, anyway. Justin, do you play Assassin's Creed?
I have never touched Assassin's Creed before.
Good. No, I'm just joking. I think so okay, the reason why I've played almost all the Assassin's Creed except for Valhalla. So for those who don't know, like Assassin's Creed started off with AC1 and then it had this basically the emphasis was on stealth and killing, right? All the way up to Assassin's Creed. The last one was Unity, I think, which is set in France. Then after that, the studio was like, oh no, we need to make Assassin's Creed different. So they made it like to be basically just a historical simulator where the main emphasis is on combat anymore. So you can't basically like one shot kill people anymore, right? So they made what's the first one? Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins, was set in Egypt. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is set in Greece, and that's Valhalla, which is set in Europe, which is set in England. Yeah, but then now this Mirage is kind of going back to the old way of like just like one shot kill.
Yep.
No less of the whole like leveling open world RPG systems.
Yep.
But to be honest, it doesn't look. The trailer was like,
Yeah, I think it was mid. It was mid.
yeah, it looks like an old Assassin's Creed game, but it didn't really look like they were re-innovating the game. But anyway,
Okay, like maybe they want to go back to roots. So
this is the kind of game that I will wait for reviews and see whether they've actually made any improvements. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh my gosh!
I
Do you guys
never
play
played.
Dragon's Dogma?
never played.
Never.
I don't even know what type of game it is.
I have seen some video clips.
Watch the anime.
I
You guys
didn't
know
know.
there's an anime
Oh,
on
no.
Netflix? Dragon's Dogma.
No
You guys can
idea.
go watch it.
So what
So
genre is
basically-
it?
It's a fantasy RPG third person RPG. So like in the vein of like what's that game? What's that game? Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Do you guys know Kingdoms of Amalur?
Just didn't play that. I think.
Oh, yeah, I played it.
Yeah.
That third person like behind the back, they use fantasy kind of style. Those old Lord of the Ring games. But the reason why Dragon's Dogma is really good was the combat system was really good. The story was crap. The build up was not very good. But you play because you fight these giant monsters, which you can it's kind of like Monster Hunter in a way, where like the different parts of the monster you can target, right? And then you can summon. You actually have pawns that you can level up and create and summon, and these are like NPCs that that basically fight with you, like your party. But the pawns have no the story behind it is that these are pawns with no soul, so they're not like proper NPCs. They don't have like fleshed out stories. They're just like literally like soulless NPCs that fight with you. But the game was the gameplay was really good. Even now I think it's one of the best like fantasy third person games. And do you guys see the trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2? It looks really damn good. The fighting, the graphics look good, and the combat looks really good. So I am excited for that. And people have been asking for Dragon's Dogma 2 for a long time. Do you know when it releases?
Who's it by?
By Capcom. Capcom.
Oh yeah. Correct.
correct.
I remember.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is it coming out? Let me see. Oh, they never say. Do you guys know? Let me see.
No, I remember
Anyway.
after that they showed Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is definitely coming out in June, I think. It's coming out pretty soon. But I'm not a Street Fighter person. Do you guys want to watch Street Fighter? I don't care about it.
I don't
Do you guys care about it?
No.
Fighting game is not my thing. Okay, next is FF16.
Oh my god. Hey,
Favorite.
I actually have not seen the trailer, but I know there was a trailer.
Oh,
There was a new trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and recently people have been playing. So recently, I think last week, the embargo lifted. So people have been playing the first 4 hours of the game, and there's nothing but good things basically. It's written by CBU3, the Creative Business Unit 3, which is the people who make FF14. So
Nice.
to me, I know this is going to be a good game. I know this is going to be a good story.
Yeah.
But you guys have not seen any trailers at all, right?
I've seen almost all trailers. I have not seen the most recent one, the one that came out.
It's a very different FF because it's not your typical. Basically, the fighting system is Devil May Cry.
Mm.
That's what they say.
Damn
It's
cool.
basically
He
Devil
can
May
transform
Cry.
into Ifrit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The fighting is no longer like this. It's not even like FF7 remake where it's like a bit of tactical RPG, but also like third person fighting RPG. It's not like that anymore. It's literally just a action hack and
Pure
slash.
action. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, this is the game that makes me want to buy a PS5. Like, I really want a PS5 because of FF16. Of course, there's like God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, but like, I want to get it. I want to play FF16.
It's coming out next month, right?
Yeah, June. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Super fast, man.
But anyway, now PS5s are quite easy to find actually in Japan. Last one is Immortals of Avium. Have you guys heard of this before?
No, leh.
So it is. You guys can check it out. It's also like your generic third-person fantasy open world kind of game. It's produced by. I actually saw this game before. Because I think it's done by EA. Yeah, it's done by EA. So I have very low hopes for it. But
So bad.
it looks quite good. But it also looks like, EA games tend to look very good but have very shallow gameplay. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, so I think that's about it for the PS showcase. There's a lot of other stuff. Like, do you guys Zitian, I want to ask you this. Have you played Cat Quest before?
Cat Quest.
Have you heard of the game? This is your kind of game. You like cats, right?
Yeah, let me see. Cat
Go
Quest.
Google it. It's on Steam and it's really cheap. Cat Quest 1, Cat Quest 2, and
I
Cat
did.
Quest 3 is coming. You did? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So Cat Quest 3 is coming out. It's called Pirates of the Caribbean. And do you guys want to know something cool about Cat Quest? It's actually a Singapore developer. Do you guys know this?
Nice.
Yeah.
See. Oh.
It was really cool. So I think that's something you can look forward to. Oh, but I think it'll probably come on Steam also. Let's see.
Cool. You'll be on
But it
Switch.
came out on yeah, it's also on Switch probably.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Fun.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh no, but Switch is next year. Yeah. But anyway, something to look forward to, Cat Quest. Alright, moving on from the PS showcase, we're gonna talk about Redfall. Or Redfall. So Redfall was it's a vampire shooter from the people by Arcane Studios, the people who made Prey,
Yeah, man.
Dishonored, all the good immersive sims that I love. I've played all the Dishonored games. I've played Prey. I finished Prey. So I love this style of game. But Redfall just
Screwed
when I first saw
everything
it,
up.
yeah, I think like you watched the Skill Up review, right?
I did. It was so bad.
I think he just said that. I think my sense of it is that something is going on in the studio that I think the people that made this are just not the people who made the previous games.
Yeah.
Like something went wrong in this.
Direction went wrong.
Yeah, it's not just a technical fail. Like the whole game doesn't make sense lah for them. And so this is a huge fail for Xbox because this was supposed to be one of the like their top releases, right? This like their Spider-Man.
Yep.
And it just utterly failed. So too bad. Xbox.
Even Phil Spencer, he was on
He apologized.
on a podcast and
He apologized. Yeah. He said he'll do. Yeah. But to me, it's like they had to know and they still released it.
Yep.
Right. They had to know it was bad. There's no way you could play this kind of game and say, oh, maybe they will like it. No. Yeah. And it's not something it's not like Jedi Survivor, right? Where like Jedi Survivor, you can tell that with the technical issues, it's still a good game. This is just a bad game. There's no amount of fixing you can do to fix it. Which brings you to the next bad game, which is Gollum. Have you heard of this game today?
No. This is the
So
first time
no,
I see it.
Gollum came out and basically everybody kind of knew it was a plane crash waiting to happen, and everybody was correct. It is a horrible game. Skill Up said but it's one of those games that it will get a lot of reviews have reviewed it. And Skill Up didn't finish it. He reached a point where he was like, I'm just not gonna play this.
He played halfway and then he just like, that's enough.
Yeah. You hear about the DLC? So the game charges you $10 for lore.
And voice lines.
Correct. So they, like usually games have like, especially like fantasy games, they have like lore entries, right? Like a compendium that they tell you like the story or the background. These kind of things is like, it's meant to be part of the game, but in this game, you have to pay for it. It's DLC to have lore in your game. So anyway, I think it might be the worst game of the year. It will be the first game. Yeah.
It got like the worst reviews so far, even worse than Redfall, I think.
I don't think. Yeah, because I think in Redfall you can tell that maybe some people they try it. This Golem game is like they didn't even bother. And whoever thought that playing as Golem would be a fun?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever watched Lord of the Rings and go, man, I wish I was a game with
I wish I
Gollum."
could be Golem.
Like there are so many other cool characters to play as, right? Like, if I tell you there's a game about for Aragorn or Legolas or even Gimli, you'll be like, oh, okay, I might play that. Even Frodo, I might play that. But like
Gollum.
Golem. Okay, anyway. Moving on. So Jedi Survivor came out last month. End of last month, I think. April. April.
Is it April? Yeah.
Yeah. I've not played it since I completed it. Is there new patches?
Yeah, there was a huge patch like recently also. So more fixes lah.
Oh, did it improve? Did it improve your game?
I haven't tried it on the deck, so I've been playing on a PC, so I don't really know. Because on PC it's fine lah. Yeah.
I don't think it will be out on the deck. I don't think it will be playable on the deck for a while, to be honest. Yeah. But anyway, so good game. It's not playing it, right? Can his computer take it? Can your computer run it?
I'm not sure, but then it's Star Wars, right? I probably won't touch it lah.
Yeah. Okay. And you also didn't play the first one, right? Yeah. Okay. Next one is Tears of the Kingdom. This is the big one. This is like the new Zelda game. The follow-up after Breath of the Wild. So the Breath of the Wild released with the Switch, and this is basically the end. They claim it's like the end of the Switch lah, the Switch 1. So it's like kind of the farewell. It ended by Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. And Marv is being like 3 hours around there.
Yep.
Did you play Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, I did.
So are you gonna play Tears of the Kingdom? Are you playing Tears of the Kingdom?
I might see how first.
I can teach you how to emulate on the PC, then you don't have to
sail the high sea.
to
Don't have to dot.
Let me know if you
But
want to know how to do it.
This is the kind of game that I actually am thinking of buying on the Switch because I don't mind playing on the Switch. I think because it's optimized quite well on the Switch also.
Yeah, of course.
So I think we'll see. I might get it on the Switch just to, not that Nintendo needs my money lah, but but it's one of the best games. But okay, I will say right that Tears of the Kingdom, if you didn't like Breath of the Wild, that whole like creation and open world thing, you won't like.
Yeah, this one takes it up to like 100.
Yeah.
Actually 100. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen clips. Have you seen clips? You've seen clips,
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy, right?
You can make tanks, things
Yeah,
like that.
you can make freaking Gundam.
No, the funniest one is when they crucify Koroks. That's the funniest. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I think so.
They like attach. They just make a cross and then they make like a card, and then the card is moving along, and then they attach the Korok to the.
Yeah. Taking revenge.
They play the sad music. It's quite funny. This kind of game is like the developers knew that people would go crazy with it, and they just gave them a lot more tools to go crazy with. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of. I think we'll be seeing this game and like all the stuff they can do it for like years to come.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think this is a game that I'll eventually play, but not too much now. Next one is Diablo 4. Man, this game is finally coming out.
Yeah.
Are you going to play it? I know. Marv's going to play it. Since going to play it?
Yeah, of course.
Have you Marv, do you pre-order also?
No, I have not.
I have not I'm not going to pre-order, but
Yeah.
之前 not gonna pre-order?
Nope.
Because
Just buy
okay, the main reason why you pre-order is if you want to play on June 2nd. Because the stupid thing is that if you pre-order, you can play 4 days early.
yeah, lor, what's the point?
The thing is that when it launches, I'll be in NS. Like I'll literally be in the jungle because 6th June, right?
Yeah.
Which is
Yes,
literally
it's
the
true.
day one of my exercise. So I will be outfield and I'll
Yeah.
be staying outfield.
So you can't anyway.
Yeah. So if I wanted to play early, then yeah, I'll pre-order so I can get like a few days in. But I'm thinking what's the point?
Don't
Because I
worry.
won't be able to play it for like a
Servers
whole week.
crash first. The
Yeah.
servers will crash when people go in anyway, so no
Yeah.
point.
So
Going
just
so
I was
early.
thinking like after I come back from reservist, then I'll play lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lor,
I,
that's
I,
what enjoy.
I will get it, but mostly because I like Diablo, but I think it's also because I can play on the Steam Deck.
Mhm.
I think it's a perfect Steam Deck game.
People have
right.
run it, like got it
Yeah.
running really well on the Steam Deck.
So I'm really hoping this will be a good game because I think Blizzard needs the win. And I mean, from all accounts, it is good, right? People have been saying that people play Egg 1, right? Egg 1 is free, right? Egg 1 was playable.
Up to level 25 for the first beta.
Yeah. But anyway, we know
yeah.
that Diablo is determined by endgame, right? How the endgame
The loop,
economy
the
will
so-called
be
like gameplay loop. Yeah.
So we'll see that and whether they microtransaction the heck out of it. Let's hope not. But we'll see. And the last thing is Overwatch 2. So do you guys hear about this?
Yep.
Did you know?
Yeah.
So Overwatch 2 came out, I think at start of this year. Oh no, maybe not start of this year. Maybe last year. Just end of last year. Overwatch 2. Basically, and when Overwatch 2 came out, they closed Overwatch 1. Did they close Overwatch 1? Yeah, they closed it.
Yeah.
So you couldn't play Overwatch 1. But the main premise of Overwatch 2 was that they were going to create a PvE mode. Where basically if you didn't like the PvP mode of Overwatch 2, you could eventually play the PvE mode. But then recently in a developer Zoom call, they said they're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah,
So basically they just ported to Overwatch 2, but they didn't deliver on any.
Took
of the
everybody's
things
skins, make everybody rebuy stuff.
They just made a crappy cash shop for people to
Yeah.
buy stuff. Yeah, so I mean, I don't play Overwatch, but for people who play Overwatch, I feel sad for you guys.
I'm sorry
This is
for you guys.
Yeah, I don't play a game that I don't play a live service game. Marv does, but Marv plays. I don't play Destiny. I don't play Lost Ark anymore. So, but I can imagine the pain that if you commit like how many hours, thousands of hours into a game, waiting for something good to come out, and then they tell you, nope, we're not going to anymore. I'll be
Goodbye.
pretty pissed. Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it. Crazy amount of news, but also I think it's quite exciting. There's a crap ton of games, guys. That's coming out.
Yep, this year.
Like,
I mean,
it's really
just next
ridiculous.
month alone has 2 huge hitters, D4 and FF.
It's D4 and FF16, right?
I think there's going to
and
be
then-
like a ton of FF advertisements all over Japan, right?
To be honest, not really. I've not seen anything yet.
Maybe not in Sendai lah. I'm
I've
sure in
seen
Tokyo it's like
but
all over
I've
the
seen
place,
a
right?
lot of I've seen a lot of Tears of the Kingdom though, on buses and everything. So maybe not yet. Maybe
Soon,
they'll
soon.
ramp it up. Like
Yeah.
when is it coming out? June.
16 or something like that, right? Like second half of June, I remember.
So actually should be soon.
Yeah.
Be soon. Man,
I know it's after
The thing is-
D4 for sure.
the thing is that if I don't get a PS5, right, I'll only be able to play this like I think at minimum 2 years from now.
Yeah, when it goes to Steam lah.
Yeah, at minimum. Well, I mean 2 years time, I think the PS5 Pro will be out. Maybe.
Maybe
know.
because it'll be about 5 years.
Yeah. It's crazy, that
Yeah. Pro.
it's not even like the PS5 has been out for what, 2 years already?
The PS5 has been out for as long as Meredith and Becca has been.
That's
born.
crazy.
Yep.
The PS5 has been out for 2.5 years. That's crazy. It to me the PS5 just came out. It doesn't even feel like an old console, but it's really almost 3 years already.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. Looking forward to it. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
We kind of kept to it. Less than 2 hours.
130 so far. 135 rather.
Hodoi. Just nice, guys. All right. Anything you guys want to talk about before we plug our channel?
No, we can keep for the next.
I'm good.
All right, guys. So for those who are watching, thank you for listening to us once again. If you just follow us on our Instagram, on Twitch, and on Facebook, as usual, we'll try to make sure that the next podcast is not another 2 months from now. Yeah. So that, but maybe with the amount of games coming out, it probably might be 2 months from now. Who knows? So anyway, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next time on the Two Gamer Dads podcast. See ya.
See you.
All right.
Let me write down.
Yeah. Wow.